Hey lads, Daniel Ricciardo has been let go from Red Bull number 2 team in Formula 1 and everyone's asking the question, why? Let's get real about this. Now, I've got the article in front of me here lads and we're going to go through this in fine detail. They say it's about giving opportunities to junior drivers. That's what Helmut Marko, he's the guy who's actually in charge of the junior driver program. In other words, the drivers that are entering into Formula 1. He's saying it's about giving them the opportunities. That's not what this is about. Let's have a look. So lads, Daniel Ricciardo fired from Formula 1. This stuff really gets under my skin, I gotta say. I mean, I want to stay calm here and it's kind of hard too. But, you know, you guys deserve to know the truth, what's going on here. They're spinning it as a supporting junior drivers program from the wonderful Helmut Marko. But I've been around this sport a long time. And that's just the surface story, lads. This article, what I'm seeing right in front of me, it's just screaming total BS. What's really happening here? It's politics. It's just pure and simple politics, lads. This reminds me of the frustrating games we've all seen in my days and people before my days, people after my days. The right talent doesn't always get the right seat. It's who brings the money, who plays the game. It's not about the merit. And that's what really, it just gets under your skin, you know. And of course, even for me, lads, I would have loved to have got to Formula 1. Who wouldn't, right? Especially if you love the sport. But it's just the way it is. It's what you sign up for. Not everyone gets there. Even Lance Stroll said it's almost impossible to get to Formula 1. And this is coming from an F1 driver. And I remember even a guy I know very well from racing days, he said to me only a few years ago, Peter, you know, when you were in motorsport, it cost millions to get there. These days, it's billions. Now, you guys might think no, come on. Watch Netflix program when Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher had to pay their way into Formula 1. They brought millions to the table. And this is exactly what's going on here, guys. Now, you know, let's look at the background here a little bit, right? Let's just look at this. Now, Daniel Ricciardo, he's won 9 Grand Prix overall in his career. Not a huge amount, but it's still wonderful. It's 9 wonderful memories he's going to have of Formula 1. And he's got great experience. He's always been fast. He proved some good. He got some very good results. He proved himself at the Red Bull Formula 1 team. Max Verstappen was their number 1 golden boy. He got a lot of the attention. But Ricciardo, he won in Monaco. Verstappen crashes it into the wall. The only hope Red Bull had of getting a good result at Monaco was Ricciardo. All the pressure was on him and bang. He brings a result to the table. Brought food to the table. That's exactly what you want from these lads. I've never rated Ricciardo hugely, but I tell you, he's a good bloody pilot. And the thing is, let's look at Helmut Marko here now. He's been around for a long time. He's always hanging out in the Red Bull number 1 team. But he still is the real boss of the Red Bull number 2 team. So he doesn't wear the Red Bull 2 colours, the outfit, right? The hats, the shirts, the jumpers, the jackets. He doesn't wear that. But any drivers that are coming in, he's the man with the hand over the button and press it at any time he wants. Now, if you think about this, lads, like, even break this down. Ricciardo's been around a long time, very experienced. Give him the right car, he will do the job. He will do the job for you. And Helmut Marko turns around and says, we want to give the junior drivers a chance. Now, can you imagine if you were in karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, okay? I don't know all the belts for each martial art, but let's say it's taekwondo. You've got red belt just below black belt. Black belt is obviously being, you know, as they say, the top dog in taekwondo. Now, can you imagine your instructor coming along, booting you off the team for the Olympic team, let's say, or some competition, and saying, well, actually, do you know what, lads? We're going to bring in that red belt guy. Now, the red belt guy might be extremely good, right? Oh, dear God, he's the next Bruce Lee, right? But the guy's never competed. Now, you've still have got the black belt. He's won plenty of competitions. He mightn't be the greatest of all time, but why boot him out? Experience counts for a lot here, lads. A lot. Especially when you look at Ricciardo's result at Monaco. Huge amount of pressure. And you're going to bring in a red belt now to overtake the guy with all this experience? And let's not forget here, guys, the Red Bull number 2 team aren't winning races and championships here. So this isn't like their championships on the line. You know what I mean? Now, you could argue the fact that, okay, well, look, Peter, if it's not on the line, well, at least you've got the chance for a bit of slack and you can try out different drivers, etc. But why not just bring him till the end of the season? Seriously. Ricciardo had a fantastic win in Monza only a few years ago. Maybe it was last year, guys. Sorry if I forget now. But he won in the McLaren. And out of nowhere. And that's when McLaren were nowhere. You don't bring in the red belt to replace a very, very good, very, very experienced black belt, especially when the red belt has never been in the drama, the pressure. Hang on to your guy until the end. Then for next year, okay, bring him in. Now, why is he come in? Money, ladies and gentlemen, money. So let's get down to the real issue here. Red Bull need to keep the lights on. They need to keep the staff in paying mode. Keep them in work mode. Keep them going. Liam Lawson is a very good pilot, by the way. Extremely good pilot. But I wouldn't bring him in under experience. If you had 2 drivers that had no idea, had no experience behind them in the Red Bull team, well then, hey, you know what? You might as well bring in some other guy. You never know. This guy might be better. They've all no experience, so hey, to hell with it. But here we go, guys. We've got 6 races to go left for the rest of the year. Liam Lawson, he's got his chance. And you know what? Well done to him. Geez, it is a dream chance for Liam Lawson right now. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. So, congrats to him. My heart does go out to Daniel Ricciardo. I have to say here, it's heartbreaking for the guy. I've never been a huge fan of him, but don't kick a man while he's down. It's not nice. It's not nice. And not that I would have anything to say bad about him. Just, it's tough to see. It's tough to see for a guy like him. Think about it, guys. What do you do in situations like this, whether it's sport, business, career, whatever it is? Do you take the risk when you're not competing at the top? Or does experience count for something? Surely you'd think if you're a struggling team that you need somebody with at least a bit of experience. Playing the odds, playing it a little safer here. At least you're ticking the box that, right, we've got a good, solid, consistent guy here. Now we can worry about the engine performance or the chassis performance, or both together, or the financial dire straits thing. Doesn't experience count for a lot? Enough said.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh.